Hello and welcome to sequence 5 part 5, or you can always call it just part 17. This is, as you can tell, Assassin's Creed 3. I don't know whether I'm going to be posting up this saying sequence 5 part 5, or it might just be part 17 Abstergo building. I'm not too particularly sure, so be sure to check that out. If not, if you want to skip this bit, you just go up top right hand corner and skip it up on the right if you've already seen this bit. I'm most probably gonna call this sequence 5 part 5, or if you don't want to do it that way, you can always call it part 17 of a walkthrough. And I've been enjoying it so far. I don't know which way I'm going at the minute, but following all the... Actually, I've not a clue where I'm going. I'm just following it, going in straight lines. That looks pretty obvious where to climb. For some reason, it's exactly where I need to go. So you got 2 days till Christmas. I will be on the Christmas day. Be sure to go on my YouTube, on my channel. I will be uploading Black Ops 2. That will walk through. I will be starting that walkthrough on Christmas Day. So I'll shout out for that.
Lovely view.
Seriously, Sean? Fuck you.
Yeah, so really excited about doing Black Ops 2. I know it's a bit late for Black Ops 2 walkthrough, but I want to do it anyway. I'm a big fan of Call of Duty, so that's why I'm doing it. As well as you can always check out my Ninja Gaiden walkthrough. I'm also going back onto Ninja Gaiden. I've only got Ninja Gaiden 3, but I will be doing number 1 and 2 as well. So do check it out on that. Oh no! Oh crap. So everyone just seen that. That's not the way you should do it. But I'm sure everyone could... what happens now? Oh, back it. Alright, that's the one way how not to play it. Just quickly get up here. I'm sure we landed correctly on that. I'm sure we didn't have to climb up. So jump over here like that. Jump on that one. We go up? Nope. Must be from... I have to stand out on a wide angle. There we go. Whoa. Sorted. I do apologise how long my walkthroughs are taking on this game, but comment below and let me know if you like them, like it. You know, big help. It will be a big help if you commented below.
To worry about.
And on the not so bright side, the slightest misstep means you're effectively paced.
Shut up, Sean.
Where to go now? So at the minute we are playing Desmond for the past 2 minutes, and hopefully we do get to play him quite a lot later on in the game. So hopefully that will work. What's going on now? We run up here. We're getting higher and higher. Whoa!
Almost there, Desmond. Once you reach the top of the lit-up crane, you should be high enough to make the jump.
Should?
It'll be fine. Don't worry.
Well, you might want to worry a little. I'm pretty sure she was high when she was running the numbers.
Sean!
A joke. It was a joke. Or was it?
Alright, on the way up now. Should be getting close to the end of this bit anyway. Done.
Jump when you're ready, but wait for my signal to open the chute. Timing's really important here. Too soon or too late, and you'll miss the building.
Jump!
Now! Open your chute, now!
So aim for the helipad. I don't know how you can stop yourself from falling too fast. I don't think you just steer it in there. It's kind of hard not to miss it, but yeah.
That wasn't so bad.
So, you must be Desmond. Not exactly what I expected, but I guess your kind doesn't have many options these days.
Who are you?
Ask your father. Now give me that.
I don't think so.
Look, I'm not supposed to kill you, but the boss man didn't say anything about fucking you up. So you got to the counter.
Damn! Desmond got the moves. Damn. Oh, we got an achievement there, which is crisscross. And you can probably... I do get achievements through the game, but I think I'll probably put a separate video on achievements.
So who the hell is Daniel Cross?
Believe it or not, he used to be an assassin. The assassin, the way I've heard it told, but it turned out he was a sleeper agent for Abstergo, programmed to infiltrate and destroy the organization.
How did he know you were there? We could be compromised.
They must have caught me snooping inside their network and sent Cross to see what we were after. If they were aware of our current location, we'd know. Though, I will say this. Doesn't bode very well for future expeditions.
I've set up some cameras topside. If anyone shows up, we'll see it.
I'd suggest you go see about finding a socket for that power source. Or we can return to Connor if you prefer. All the artifacts in the world won't mean a thing without the key.
So now I think I'm just going to go around and talk to a few people. So this is probably going to be the boring bit.
I know everyone thinks I'm being silly, but I can't shake the feeling we're being watched.
We are being watched. By Juno. Or some version of her.
Do you think it's a recording? Or is she a ghost? Or something else? Is she talking to us the way Minerva talked to Ezio?
No clue. I mean, who knows what else they were working on down here? There's still so many rooms we don't have access to.
But do you think she's like literally down here, waiting somewhere, still alive?
Still alive? That's mental. That means she'd be at least 75, 80,000 years old? Oh, powerful, yeah, but not that powerful.
They came down here looking for a way to survive. Maybe they found one.
Damn, so maybe Mavira or the god is still alive. Let's talk to her again.
Was it weird seeing Cross?
What do you mean?
It's different for you. You don't know about what happened, I guess. For a long time, he was important to us. He was a different person.
Sean said he was a sleeper agent. Like Lucy.
It was different. She made a choice, but Cross, if you read the files, Abstergo just... They They did terrible things to him.
Rebecca?
You're lucky. We all are. We have people who care about us, who look out for us. He was all alone, and the people he thought he could trust, they used him.
Did you know him?
No, but I knew Hannah.
Who's that?
She tried to help him. She trusted him. But there was a raid about a year ago. She stayed behind so the others could escape. Tried to reason with him to see if she could fix things.
Well, what happened?
What do you think happened? He killed her. That's what he does. That's all he knows how to do. Sometimes it seems like that's all any of us know how to do.
Rebecca.
I just want to be alone right now.
Oh, so she hasn't got anything nice to say to me now. So we're gonna move to Sean, or one of the old man. We'll go to Sean first. No, we'll go to the old man first over here. See what he has to say.
Son, I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have lashed out like that. You have to understand, I've never been very good at this. Never mind that we live rather extraordinary lives.
Yeah, I kinda liked my ordinary one.
You can't escape who you are, Desmond.
So I've noticed.
Look, it's silly for us to go back and forth like this. I admit, I did a shitty job raising you. I apologize, I'm sorry. But it's important you understand it didn't come from a bad place. You're my son. I love you. I guess I was so busy trying to make sure nothing bad happened, I didn't consider the consequences. Truce.
I can't believe it's taken me so long to ask, but... how's Mom? She's not...
No. Your mother is fine. We decided it was safer if we split up for this job.
Always assuming the worst.
For good reason.
Can I at least say hi to her?
I'm sorry, it's too risky. Maybe when we're done.
Right. When we're done.
Well, is that it? Sorry, I didn't know he was gonna continue talking, so we're gonna press it one more last time, and hopefully he doesn't.
Have we ever tried to make peace with the Templars?
Throughout our history, there have been moments. Several, in fact. But... it's impossible. There are existential differences, insurmountable. If there were to be unity, it wouldn't be a truce so much as a submission.
But knowing what's about to happen, wouldn't it make sense to try and talk to Vidic? Come to an arrangement, even if it's only temporary?
We'd all be so busy watching our backs, nothing would get accomplished. Imagine that. We're more productive at war.
Well, have we ever tried sending in someone? Doing to them what they did to us with Lucy? Or Cross?
We have, and it's never worked. We've sent people who were either too weak and found themselves turned, or too strong and were unable to carry out the charade.
I just feel like we all want the same thing.
We use the same words, but that's all they are, words. In the end, it all comes down to freedom. We seek it, they detest it. And so there's never an end to the fight. Not until one side is completely gone.
Is that even possible?
Probably not. Our two groups have existed in one form or another since, well, since forever. But things can be better than they are. And that's something.
Oh, now he is. Well, let's check it again.
Did you look for me, Dad? When I was gone?
Every day.
Come on.
I mean it. Every night I'd look, searching for your name or variations of it, hoping you'd slip up. Abstergo only found you first because they had better access. A few more days and it would have been me.
Well, I'm here now.
And I'm glad.
Do you think Lucy regretted what she was doing?
I used to think I knew her well, but clearly that wasn't the case. So I really can't give you an honest answer.
She seemed so sincere, though. Like she really wanted to make a difference.
Yes, well, when I first met him, I thought the same thing about Cross.
It just keeps happening over and over again.
What does?
Everything.
Don't get weird on me, Desmond.
No, it's fine. I'm fine. Don't worry.
All right, then. You should think about getting back in the Animus. We've got to find that key.
Damn,
We should probably
that
get
old
back
man
to
had
Connor.
plenty much to say. Alright, so when I was talking to him, I seemed to find something over here on the left, which seems to be a massive power thing. Oh.
In the beginning, when we thought we could be saved, we sought to face the sun's wrath and contain it. 4 towers would be built to pull her fury into this place and dispel it. But even with all we knew, with all we had, it would take too long. 1,000 years we could labor and still the work would not be done. The first tower was never completed. The project abandoned. We moved on. But while we labored on other endeavors, a few returned. They thought to automate the process. Metal might finish what flesh could not.
Well, that was interesting. Oh. Well, got nothing left to do in here. Doesn't look like it anyway. Yeah, see, it's got the steps. See where these lead. Oh. What am I doing? Where am I going? Damn. Oh, there she is.
If we could not meet the sun's cruel embrace, perhaps we might rebuke it. Already we could generate fields to protect us in times of strife. But these were small and simple things. To replicate them on a scale the size of a world, we lack the energy to make it so. Half the world, they said then. It is better than none at all. We tried. Again, we failed. A quarter, they asked. Even this we could not do. A 6th, an 8th, a 10th, they cried. The answer was still the same. Perhaps in time a city might be spared. But it was time we did not have. So we moved on.
Oh, it's getting very interesting. Now let's go speak to her again over here. Oh.
Wonder what's inside.
Only one way to find out.
So as you just seen then, it opened another doorway. Before we go in that doorway, I'm gonna go speak to this guy up here and get the rest of the words that needs to come out of his mouth, and we can crack on.
Ah, Desmond, there you are. Can I ask a favour?
Maybe.
When this is all over, I'd like to try turning the dial back on the Animus. Like, all the way back. To the time of the first civilization.
You think it would work?
There was no real loss of fidelity when you visited Altair. Then again, that was about 1,000 years ago, and I'm looking at going back at least 70,000 more.
Sure, I'd be up for it. Be interesting to see what things were like back then.
Excellent. I think it would prove most enlightening.
Again?
So this is how it started.
What are you up to?
Just brushing up on my American history. I say history. They certainly teach you strange things in the States.
Like what?
Well, for all the talk of this being a revolutionary war, it was a civil one. Well, not that kind of civil. I mean, there was no America versus Britain. It was Brit on Brit action. And you can clearly see how the whole thing got started. One war gave birth to the other.
You mean the 7 Years' War?
Exactly. Seems the Crown overspent in its attempt to keep the French out, wound up with a great deal of debt. Believing that the colonists should help to shoulder the burden, new taxes were created. It was a reasonable request, even if Parliament was rather, well, undiplomatic about it.
Well, it's not really fair to tax people for a war they didn't want any part of.
What? Didn't want any part of? Did you not notice George Washington with Edward Braddock? He was right there in the middle of it. So here you have the Crown spending who knows how much money to secure a place for the colonists to thrive, and then, when they ask for a little bit of help... Right, look, think of it this way. King George and the colonists, they all go out to dinner, right? And when the bill comes, George asks for them to kick in and pay their share. Fair enough. But keep in mind, he's been taking them out to dinner gratis for decades now. The colonists, oh no, they insist they only had a glass of water and a side salad. Never mind the table's full of half-eaten food and empty bottles of wine. Now, when the king points this out, what do the colonists do? Oh, they flip the table over and they storm out the restaurant. Probably intending to return later and burn it down.
You left out the part where the king pointed a gun at the colonists and asked them to cover dinner for everyone in the restaurant.
Right, yeah, interesting take. If he pulled out a gun, and I'm not sure he did, it would only have been after the 100th failed attempt at getting them to pay their fair share.
But how do you define someone's fair share?
Oh, well, with a war, apparently.
And see if you got one last thing to say.
I wonder how many other places like this exist.
There are dozens of them, all over the world.
And somehow no one's ever found one before us.
I don't think that's true.
Oh?
When I was at Abstergo, Vidic talked about silencing discoveries made by non-Templars. And I'm sure Abstergo has dug up plenty.
The things they must know.
Regretting throwing in with us?
No. Just looking forward to when we can finally trounce those bastards so I can dive into their archives.
And again...
Oh, I think I found a lead on another power source. Later, Desmond. I'm in the middle of something very important right now. Just, that's a rule. Just follow that as a rule.
I don't think you got anything else to say to me. Alright, so that's all of the people we've spoken to outside the Animus. Now let's quickly have a check over in this room. As you've seen when we pressed, when we spoke to the god and put that Abstergo stuff, not Abstergo, the little you know, alien technology in that little box thing. This new area opened up. So
what is a fact? Is it fixed? Immutable? Certain in its existence and only awaiting discovery? Or might it be changed? Here we learned the answer, and thought that it might save us. They were used to command, to control, to own. But we soon discovered another use. When enough sat in thrall and were told to believe, their thoughts took on form. What was imagined became real. If 100 minds could wish away a wall or create a tree, What might 1,000 do? 10,000? More? Might we change the consensus and will the threat away? We resolved to send one into the sky where it might illuminate us all. Once placed, a sentence would be uttered. Make us safe. In this way, we would change the consensus. We would save the world. But it never came to be. We sent a dozen of them skyward, but there was no way to maintain control, to direct the beam, to enthrall the world, to speak the words. Though this was strange and dangerous, what we tried next was worse.
That was very scary. But I'm not going to go any further now, because we're coming to the end. And now, because I haven't got the next key, I assume that there was only, you get 3 keys, which are that triangle there, 1, 2, 3 corners on it. So we've put 1 in already. I assume that we have to find the second one to put in that one, and then another place will open up anyway. So this is it. We've spoken. I know it's been a pretty boring part, but I did interested speaking to the god, and you might want to see that later in the future. So this is the end of part 17. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe to it for more in the Assassin's Creed, or you can say it's a Sequence 5 Part 5. I'm not sure how I'm going to put that, but make sure to subscribe for new Assassin's Creed videos. And if you haven't checked out my Facebook or my Facebook fan page, or you can follow me by Twitter. Just check the description box, it's all down there. It doesn't cost a penny, it's absolutely free, and that's where I'm going to end it. So if you want to continue with the walkthrough, top right click, it will take you to Sequence 6 Part 1 or Part 18. So you know, that's the end. Like, comment and subscribe. Thank you very much, everyone. Ta-da.